body shot. Come on, that look. Yeah, perfect. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have quick saved there. Got 46 health. That's not exactly a plethora of health to deal with. Whoa, the heck are you, sir? Yeah, stand around there like that. That'll help me considerably. Whoa! Well, if we really want to, we now got this gun. Let's try the bow and arrow one more time. Ugh! That really looked like it was gonna hit me. I don't think I'm gonna hit that guy from this range. I'm just not good enough of a shot. So let's try and get a little closer. Oh wow! I was gonna say that wasn't good enough, but it actually was. Great. Oh, there's a couple of arrows on the ground. So can I pick them up? Yes, I can. Perfect. Which means we still got a fighting chance. And I got this ranger. Maybe I can take this obstinate guy who's been taking me out all this time with it. This one guy, I cannot believe it. All 3 times now, it's been him who beamed me in the end. Should I just fight him on the ground? Oh god, I only got 2 minutes left. I took so long dueling with that one guy. Oh, that is cruel. He only respawns once you climb up to the parapet. I think we need to be up here because we need to get around to... Ah! We need to get up to near the cistern. Oh, finally! Ooh, toughest guy in the game. Toughest boss. Easily. Now, what I'm scared about is there being guys in the windows. I don't know. Seems clear for now. Oh no, only a minute and a half. Ooh, health. Too low. No, no, the health tonic, you dingus. Come on, body shot. There, perfect. Oh boy, less than a minute and a half. Run, 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 run. I took too long dueling with that guy on the ground. There's still gonna be guys running in, I know it, so there's gonna be cutting it really tight. I could. Nope. It's all out of cannonballs, apparently. Oh, here's my giant pile of arrows I emptied into that one guy. And we got a scoped rifle, too. Oh, it looks like we're home free for now. But how are we gonna knock down this cistern? Check this! Oh. No. Well, this is a bit awkward. There we go. That's more like it. I had to release myself. You folks down there all right?
Oh, thank God. The doors are barred from the other side.
Okay, I'll do something about it. Wow. Freaking bow and arrow killed these guys. Something fierce, but scoped rifle? Nah, apparently guys aren't too worried about those. Oh, good. So we can play around with a pistol now, if we so desire. And really, what else can we really do? Unfortunately, Ray has kind of wiped out the whole gang, so there's only like stragglers left, except this part.
Worked up this strength in you, Leo. You make your papa proud. Listen, it's not too late to fix things. Together we will be rich, and if you want the girl, she's yours.
You had my mother murdered, you lying son of a bitch.
I loved her. She betrayed me. I've had this gun since before you were born. It's just like mine.
Ooh.
You can stand by my side or fight.
That's a
It's up to you.
pretty gun, Mr.
You give it to me.
Juarez.
I'll kill you.
So be it. We each have 3 bullets. More than enough.
To kill anything that moves. Actually, it's 6 bullets, but 3 will do. Okay, so here's the final gunfight, which I don't know if it's the toughest one. It's a bit of a gimmick fight. We only got 3 bullets, and we're playing as Billy instead of Ray. That's right, but we're gonna get to use... What the... That's odd. Oh, come on, game. Don't tell me I'm gonna bug out this bad at the end.
Worked up his strength in,
Come on, let me skip this, please. No, no.
It's not too late.
Don't tell me that this is gonna ruin my gameplay now, is this stupid bug that apparently kills me immediately. I know it's tough playing as Billy in an action scene, but it's not supposed to be that tough. Oh my god.
She betrayed me. I've had these guns.
Great, we can't actually hit escape to skip this apparently.
You can stand by my side or fight.
I mean, trying to hit escape to skip this, but it's not working
Give it
out.
to me. I'll kill you.
So be it. We each have 3 bullets. More than enough.
Okay, come on, please, please, please work. Come on, please work. Don't do this. Okay, thank goodness we get to do a proper gunfight. Yeah, like I said, we're doing a straight-up gun duel the way we've done with Ray, but now we're playing as Billy, and we have to do it with, fortunately, the strongest weapon in the game, the volcano pistol. Again, it's based on... Gotcha! And there we go. Toughest duel in the game. It's done. Fortunately, he only winged me, apparently. Whoop, thank you. Yeah, I think this is the best weapon in the game. It's like the golden gun from GoldenEye. I'm pretty sure it just kills everybody in a single shot. That's Juarez, yeah. When I said that we wouldn't be dealing with Juarez as Ray, that's because we put him down with Billy. Oh shit, we got both golden guns now, volcano pistols. Again, like I said, this is based on some real-life firearm, which may have even been called the volcano pistol in real life as well. Probably was not a magical gun that killed anyone with a single shot. Well, look at how that guy went flying. Also, we got that nice box of bullets there, so we can actually be a bit more sparing with our gunfights. That's right. We can freaking... Look at how they get blown away. This is like our moment of triumph. Oh cool, I can close that door. Maybe I shouldn't. And that's why you couldn't escape with Ray. They had the thing barred. So, there we go.
Oh, thank you, Lord. Where's Juarez?
He's dead.
No time, it's not safe here. Follow me. Move it!
Watch out! Behind you!
Where's your god now, Padre? You've made a mistake, Billy. A big mistake.
You're the one who...
Armor as well. So throw out your gun and the bow. Do it! Bueno.
That was a lot of noise from dropping a gun and a bow.
Your mother serviced Manson, Ty, and both Miklights before she died. I told them to treat her like
Boy, you really want me to just
that's what she wanted.
shove your eyeballs into your head, don't you?
You, these little
Oh my god.
adios, mijo.
Oh, that's so sad, dude. So remember when I said fist fights will come back? Yeah, baby, it's the final boss. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. Uppercut! Body blow, body blow. Come on. Come on, old man. Oh! Okay, this isn't exactly the most epic beatdown, but come on, it's awesome. We get to beat him up. Ultra! Combo!
Billy!
Lord, I have failed you. All my life I have committed the sin of pride. Everything that has happened here is my fault. Lord, I have no right to ask you this, but please, please don't allow them to die because of me. If I only had a chance.
Always after Billy, there's a mission with Ray. Even in his dying moments. You know what we gotta do? Oh my god, he's got a knife! Boy, he's taking his sweet time. Ah, I blew it! I feel so bad. I nearly got it there. Oh, we gotta watch all this again. I'm sorry, guys. The dramatic final... You have to use the same motion you use in the duels to pull your gun and then shoot him. It's so cool. Okay, let's try to do that in style this time.
Everything that has happened here is my fault. Lord, I have no right to ask you this, but please, please don't allow them to die because of me. If I only had a chance.
Okay. Okay, take two from the top. Ooh, I hate when these really cinematic moments in games that I blow them and look like a complete klutz. But the mechanics are a bit weird on the whole duel things, and we're kind of lying on the ground, so I think it's extra hard because of that. I don't know. But now... Your reckoning is nigh! There we go. I'm gonna answer to the Lord, but so are you, Juarez.
Thank you, Lord. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Back at the ranch, Molly asked me why I was running if I was innocent. Truth is, I've been running all my life. Running from everybody and everything. Calm Water said I couldn't run forever, and he was right. Truth is, I'm tired of being afraid. I'm done fed up. Fed up with how I've been treated all my life, like a nothing, like a nobody. And you know what? I got no one to blame for that but myself. Because I believed them. Thought they were right about me. They weren't right. I'm not nobody. I'm Billy Candle, and I'm done running. If you don't like that, you can go to hell.
Pretty strong words, I'll give you that. Alright, rip in peace, Reverend Ray. The end! That was the game! We did it, guys! Oh boy! Oh, there's no credit sequence. Well, I'll just have them run while we go through the game. Oh man, I really enjoyed playing through this game again. It was a joy to play again, honestly. I had a couple of difficult moments, and some of the controls were a bit janky, which kind of soured the mood for me, but overall, that was really fun. Yeah, and I think it hasn't held up as well as I remember my first experience. They rarely do, but this still is a pretty strong game, in my opinion, as a single-player experience. So let's run down a quick review, shall we? The story is by far the strongest part of this game. I think they came up with a really cool, like, Western story. Mixing a bit Indiana Jones with Lost Gold. An interesting two protagonists story. with like really different motivations and character traits. That really works really well. Oh, voice actors. Do I recognize anyone here? No, I have no idea who any of those people are, unfortunately. Oh wow, was that the whole credits? That was short. Oh, they started over. Wow, I'm not used to seeing credits this short in games. I'm used to the absolutely gigantic list with all the localization teams and all that. Oh well. Yeah, the story I think is super tight. The only thing I find maybe a bit silly is kind of how insignificant the gold of Juarez ultimately is to the plot. But more than that, the fact that Reverend Ray knew where it was all along. Like, it's a bit hard to pick up, but I believe that's the whole point. I haven't played the sequel to this, which is about the young Reverend Ray before he's a Reverend. But I believe the plot is all about, like, he knew about the gold this whole time where it was hidden. Well, okay, of course, the one character who would know that but wouldn't share it would be a very devout preacher, of course. That actually does make some sense, so I'll give props for that. Man, props to Mark Alaimo and David Taylor. You guys did pretty good job as voices of these characters. I really liked them. The main characters were really strong voices. And I really like the character growth. Like I said, they're very different. I love their plot-like arcs. The fact that Ray is like this former bandit, now he's a preacher, holy man, but he's like frustrated at his failure to be like a really good preacher, so he kind of in his hubris decides to become this like crusader of God, but then he kind of learns about his own pride and arrogance. That's like his lesson is really cool, and jumping to conclusions and gunning down people isn't such a good idea. And then Billy's plot is also great, like that whole speech he just said about how he's been running his whole life, and sure, he's been dealt a bad hand, he's been treated unfairly, but like the whole plot growth of trying to avoid all his problems by running away. Like I said, the whole thing of him leaving to find the treasure was not him trying to make his mark. That was just an excuse for him to run away again, and that's kind of what you realize, and that's why it's so cool that you hero up in the final chapter as Billy. It feels really good, you know. So that's a really good plot arc for him, I feel. I really enjoy Billy's character and his whole plot arc and his character growth. It's really great, and he gets that amazing mission that I've been hyping up all this game, where you ride around hunting the rabbits. Gameplay, let's get to that. When I first played this game, I was impressed by how it was a very cinematic game, but it still felt like a game, and it had like really fun like little game systems, like little mini like gameplay systems in it, game mechanics that all kind of. It was at the time I felt that this was stronger than the sum of its parts. This game, because all of those little game mechanics were really fun and together made like a really roller coaster of an experience. I think it complemented the cinematic story and gameplay very well. On my second playthrough, I realized that it's really janky controls in some of the like stealth part. The hitbox on the whip is super annoying. Once you get the bow and arrow, that's amazing. I wish there was maybe a bit more missions with Billy where he gets to use the bow and arrow, but that's neither here nor there. And the Reverend Ray gameplay sections overall are just great. And I love he has just a Bible you can pull out for no reason, just to make a little readout inspiring quotes from the book. That adds so much flavor, even though it has no real purpose. I read somewhere that it like disorients enemies. I've never noticed that, because they're like confused, like, what is this guy doing reading a Bible at me? I don't get it. So the gameplay I think is overall pretty solid, but there's some game sequences in this that I don't actually look back favorably on. The whole sneaking around in the lightning storm and hitting those bandits with your whip, I thought was really cool when I first played this game. Now it was just kind of a chore to fight my way through. Not to mention, there's a lot of... The compass isn't super great in showing which way to go. Like, they had an objective marker, but it's always the straight line. It doesn't take into account how indirect the route may be, which is nice for those who like exploring, but with the somewhat confusing levels at times, it doesn't work out well. So let's get to the graphics, I suppose, segueing from level design. Oh yeah, level design really quickly. The more linear segments are great. The open segments are a bit more hit and miss because some of those distracting side areas are gonna throw you off. But again, the most open level is my favorite. The freaking running around, learning to use the bow, and then climbing to get the eagle feather. That level is amazing. Graphics. I mean, yeah, okay, it's pretty dated. I can't get around it. The presentation is a bit poor graphics-wise. The characters look a bit weird, the models. I swear still that Half-Life 2 had better looking people in it, and that's like a year older than this game. So, I don't think the graphics have held up very well. The presentation, though, I mean, it feels like the Wild West. I like that you're a lot in, like, the mountains, not just the deserts, but there's, like, interesting mountain places. They look pretty good at times. There's some effects that are great. Speaking of deserts, that final level in the Alcazar, whether you're there at sunset or at the day with that shimmering heat, that final level looked really good. I appreciate them putting all the effort in that final level. It looked impressive. Then, the music is also hit and miss. Because they have a bit... I think the problem is there's a bit too few songs in the soundtrack. That combat music keeps looping all the time, and I got really tired of it, like, already in a couple of levels. It's not a good song, and it's, like, kind of wears on you, having listened to it all the time. The ambient music, though, is great, and some of the more unique combat musics, it's amazing. They really hit the home run on some of the tracks. Again, my favorite level also has the best song in the game, that song Hunt Down. So hit and miss. I think this whole game altogether might be a bit of a hit and miss when it comes to people. Some people like me, it'll really scratch that Western itch and also that cinematic feel, like narrative itch. Other people might find it just a bit too janky to appreciate the game. That's fine. But that's why I think everyone should try this game, maybe. See if you enjoy it. But I will admit that it probably... There are games which do what it wants to do better these days. I mean, there's a reason everyone talks about Red Dead Redemption. The kind of blah 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 blah. I'm talking too much. I'm getting all flabber with my words again. Sorry. There's a reason everyone talks about Red Dead Redemption so much. It is, of course, a stellar Western game. Is this on the same level? I don't know. Again, like I said, kind of depends on the type of gamer. I think this is up there with Red Dead Redemption as a really cool Western game. Okay, let's get to my favorite stuff now. So, favorite main character? I'm gonna lean on Billy. He's a bit more relatable than Reverend Ray, who's a really cool badass Reverend Ray, don't get me wrong, but I have a hard time relating to him. His problems don't resonate with me the same way as Billy's kind of want to run away, his fear. That's something that I relate to stronger. Not to mention, like, Ray kind of... the lesson he was supposed to learn is, like, don't just jump to shooting everybody, solve your problems with violence, because him jumping to conclusions leads to Billy almost dying, and he's like, oh no, I need to make up for this by killing more people, by killing the correct bad guys. And that also kind of leads him into... It does help out a lot. It saves Billy and whatnot, but it also leads him to more trouble, so it's a bit of a conflicted message. And then his final moments, when he's finally like, okay, I done screwed up. I was not a good man of the cloth, nor was I a humble man at all. Like, his moment of, like, redemption also involves him shooting Juarez. So, yeah, his plot arc is a wee bit weirder. That's why Billy's is just strong. The way you're constantly running away, and then you kind of have a turning around point and you hero up. It's all done very well. It feels very natural and it feels amazing. I love Billy as a main character. Favorite villain, though, I love for his cartoonishness. Juarez, he just comes in the last quarter of the game and he's just so evil all the time. It's hilarious. I mean, the other villains, they just don't stand out enough. Like, maybe Clyde Forrester, because he's really annoying, so you really enjoy taking him out. maybe Ned the Plague, just because his name is Ned the Plague and he seems really cool. But Juarez, like, he's a horrible guy, definitely. But he's so hateable, it's so fun to hate him so much. And then he's also, like, so... he's such a swag bad guy, I think it's hilarious. I really enjoy him as a villain, it's really good. My favorite level needs no introductions. It's level chapter 9, I believe. It's so well done. It's not like even a particularly like interesting level gameplay wise, but the way it fits into the narrative is amazing. And the way it like works to the mood, the way you're supposed to feel these feelings that Billy's feeling of freedom and of like searching for your way when you're riding around in that weird open world area. It's a unique experience. I will stand by my words on that. I feel it's a unique experience in video games. It's crazy, man. It's such a cool level. I can't get over it. It's such a cool level. I mean, I really thought before this episode about what I was going to say still about that, but all I can say is it just works so well to feed the plot, to feed the mood, and to just be a fun level to hang out in and shoot rabbits with a bow. That's really cool. The funniest moments in the game I had not thought about beforehand, but I was totally reminded. But when we did it, it's that whole burying the little kid's father. That scene was so absurd, and it like had several moments of hilarity, like really funny gags in it. Billy's weird reactions to just having to have a speech, and then him forgetting the name, and his... it's just a goofy... Oh yeah, and the whole thing where he's like, Mister, why did you think that I have 100 pesos? I'm a little poor kid. Like, that's so funny, because it's so on point. It's really good. I love it. Okay, we're done. That was Call of Juarez. I really enjoyed playing it again. Probably not going to play it ever again, I don't know. Maybe someday. To show some... I don't know. Someone wants to see this game in person, I might load it up for them. Maybe, I don't know. But I think I'm happy with it for now. I might play some of the sequels someday. There's 4 Call of Juarez games altogether. The next one, Bound in Blood, is a prequel, actually. It's about young Reverend Ray and his brother and the adventures that they had that led to, well, the backstory of Reverend Ray. Kind of curious how that all pans out, since we kind of learned what happened in his backstory when he gave that episode opening, Ray. So, yeah. I might play that one day, absolutely. I think this series deserves a little more attention from me. The third part of this series apparently is a real stinker. I won't get into that any further now, but boy does it sound bad. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, as much as I did replaying this game. Next game I'm going to play, instead of this next week, it's going to be a game I haven't played before, and it's going to be a game released this year. So it's going to be interesting to see. Oh, well, I have not tested it. Disclaimer, I have not tested it that this game works yet in concurrence with me recording it. So, assuming all recordings work fine, my recording programs work and whatnot, we're going to be playing a game released this year. It was a bit of a sleeper hit. No, it was actually, it kind of bombed, but it was a sleeper hit in terms of critical acclaim. And yeah, it should be interesting. So I'll catch you all then. Thanks for watching, and peace out, my brothers and sisters.